What's up, guys? It's Alyssa here. So we're going to start in a child's pose today. So whether we're coming into a wide-legged child's pose or whatever version of our child's pose we want to go to. As we begin to sink the forehead and melt the heart down towards the mat, hands can be extended out in front of us, or they can be reaching back towards the feet. And as we begin to relax the hips back towards the heels, we bring the breath into the practice. So big inhale in, feel the belly expand, feel the back body expanding. Exhale, squeezing the belly in towards the spine. And as we continue to bring that intentional breath into the practice, we begin to feel ourselves relaxing a little here. As we begin to feel the energy within the body beginning to settle down, we send that breath deep throughout the body to not only relax the energy, but begin to relax any muscles that are tense, any part of the body that needs to just relax for this moment. So we just really begin to settle in. Letting it all fall away from us. Any stressors, any expectations, anything that we're holding, let it fall away. And as we take 2 more breaths here, really maybe beginning to press those hips back towards the heels a little bit more. And then if our hands aren't already there, we begin to extend the hands out in front of us, planting all 10 fingertips down to the mat. On your next inhale, you're going to roll up into your tabletop. Take it slow, don't rush the movement. And then on your exhale, we're going to release all the way down to our belly. Inhale, we're going to lift the head and chest coming into our low cobra. So instead of really trying to yank yourself up here coming into that low cobra, we're just going to inhale, rise up slow, come up just a tiny bit. Exhale, we're going to release forehead down to the mat. One more inhale, relax those shoulders, lift up slightly. Exhale, forehead releases back down to the mat. We're going to inhale, press back up into your tabletop. So take the movement slow. Exhale to get back into that child's pose. One breath. Then we inhale, roll it back up into tabletop. Exhale, bend the elbows in towards your side, relaxing down onto the belly. Inhale, head and chest lifts. Exhale and lower. One more inhale as we lift the head and chest. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, up into your tabletop. We're going to exhale back into our child's pose. And then once those hips come back towards the heels, inhale one more time, rolling it up to tabletop. Exhale, taking it down to the belly. Inhale, head and chest lifts. Exhale, lowering the forehead. And then this time we're going to press up into tabletop. So beginning to find our alignment here as we bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Drawing that belly up, we're going to inhale, send the right fingertips up above you. On your exhale, you're going to release it down almost like you're going to thread the needle all the way, but then inhale, you're going to come right back up. Exhale one more time, just like that. So we're just coming down a little bit. Inhale, come back up. And then on that exhale, you're going to thread the needle as you begin to release down, taking 3 breaths. The left hand can stay underneath the shoulder, or we begin to extend it forward. You need to notice if we're clenching in the jaw, relax the face. And wherever we have that left hand, we're bringing it back underneath the shoulder if it's not there. As we inhale, send the right fingertips up above us. Exhale, we're going to plant the fingertips down. And then inhale, taking it to the other side. So left hand's going to come up. Exhale, you're going to come down halfway, threading the needle. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, down halfway. And then inhale, send it all the way back up on your exhale. Sending that arm all the way down as we thread the needle. Right hand can extend forward. And if we extended that right hand forward, we're bringing it back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, left arm extends up. Exhale, we're going to release the arm down. And inhale, flowing that belly down towards the mat as the crown of the head, tip of the tailbone reaches up, coming into cow. And exhale, roll up the spine as we come into cat. So begin to flow through 3 more rounds of this. And taking it slow. So this practice is all about slowing it down. One more round. And we inhale, bring ourselves back to our neutral tabletop. Exhale, we're going to walk the knees a little bit closer, bring the feet in a little bit closer as we come to sit back on the heels in our hero pose. On your next inhale, sending the fingertips up above you. Exhale, find a twist to the right. Inhale, sending the hands up above us. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, back through to center. One more time, we exhale, twist to the right. And then inhale, last one through to center. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale as we come back through to center. On our exhale, come to stand up on the knees. Big inhale, sending those fingertips up. Find a slight back bend. Exhale, release it down. Plant the hands. Beginning to tuck the toes here. And then on your next exhale, sending those hips up and back, we find our downward facing dog. So as we come into that downward facing dog, we're taking any movement that feels good here. So maybe pedaling the feet out, working into that first one of the day. Maybe this is not your first one of the day, but spreading the fingers wide, really pressing into the space between the pointer finger and thumb. And as we eventually bring ourselves through to stillness, we're going to take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, we're going to roll it forward, coming into our plank pose. So bring those shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, you're going to release your right knee, spinning left foot to match the back edge of the mat. Press into the top of that right foot, or you can press into the toes. And as we inhale, send the left fingertips up above us, coming into our half side plank. So kind of activating the core here. And then maybe on your next exhale, if you want to make this pose a little more active, you begin to lift the left foot off of the mat. On your next exhale, plant the toes, plant the hand. Take a second here and just begin to shift forward and back on that left foot. Then coming through to stillness, we're going to tuck the toes if they're not already tucked of that right foot. And you're going to begin to press into your right foot as you send the left leg back behind you, three-legged dog. And we're going to bend that left knee, send the foot over towards the right, opening the hip. Then on your next exhale, send the gaze to the top of the mat. Step that left foot forward. Right knee is going to release down. And as we inhale, we're going to slowly rise up into our low lunge. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Take one more big breath. Exhale, send the fingertips down to the mat. Right hand stays planted as we inhale, send the left fingertips up. On your next exhale, send those hands down. Tuck the right toes, lift in that right leg, step it forward into your forward fold. Inhale as we lift up halfway. Exhale as we fold down, we're going to take the feet out to the edge of the mat, so toes out, heels in. Grabbing a hold of opposite elbow here, we're going to sway from side to side. Beginning to bring yourselves back through to stillness, releasing the hands down. We're going to inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, soften down, bring the feet back in towards each other. On your next inhale, send your left foot back behind you. On your exhale, releasing the left knee, we inhale, slowly rise up into that low lunge. On your next exhale, send your fingertips down, planting that left hand. Inhale, right fingertips come up into our twist. Exhale, right hand's going to plant down. We're going to inhale, tuck the left toes, lift that left leg. Exhale, step your right foot back into your plank. And then on your next exhale, releasing the left knee down to the mat, spin the right foot to match the back edge of the mat. And we inhale, send the right fingertips up into that half side plank. And then maybe on your next exhale, either pressing into the left toes, top of the left foot, or extending that right leg up. On your next exhale, send the fingertips and the toes down to the mat. Begin to shift forward and back on that right foot. Bringing ourselves to stillness. If the toes aren't already tucked on that left foot, we're going to begin to tuck the toes, send the leg up as the right leg comes back behind us into three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees, send the foot over to the left. And then on your next exhale, you're just releasing right foot down as we come into our downward facing dog. Big inhale in here. Exhale it all out. And as we take the gaze to the top of the mat, we're going to step our right foot forward. And then from here, opening it up into our wide-legged forward fold. So planting those hands out in front of us, we're going to inhale, lift ourselves up halfway. On our exhale, you're going to begin to walk your hand over towards your left foot. Begin to bend your left knee. As you sink that right inner thigh down, taking the right toes up towards the ceiling. So coming into our Skandasana pose. You can keep the hands down on the mat, or you can bring the hands up. And we're going to take one more breath here. And then on our exhale, slowly, no matter how we get there, coming down to seated. So even if we have to kind of just really just take ourselves down into that seated position, that is perfectly fine. We just want to make sure the left knee is in towards our chest and our right leg is extended out. And once we come down to that seated position, we're taking our left leg, cross it over to the right, drawing up tall. Inhale, right fingertips extend up. On our exhale, we're twisting to the left. Inhale, come through to center. Exhale, releasing the hand down. We're going to grab a hold of our left leg. We're going to, our right leg, sorry. Sliding it back towards the left hip. So bringing it as close to the left hip as you can. Trying to stack our left knee on top of our right knee. So left foot's going to go close to our right hip. So we are coming into what's known as our cow face posture. Don't worry about if the knees don't stack, and if this is too much, you can just come into that comfortable seated position. You'll get the same stretch, just all about opening the hips. So as we draw up tall here, taking 3 breaths. Last one, really sending the breath deep into the hips. And then from here, we're going to take both of our hands over to the right side of our body. See if you can begin to lift your left foot or left knee so you can plant your left foot down onto the mat. And then from here, we're going to open it up, coming back in to that wide-legged forward fold. So you're just going to continue to walk yourself. If you can't do that, and that is perfectly fine, just meeting us into our wide-legged forward fold. So as we all come back up, we're going to inhale, lift ourselves up halfway. Exhale, this time walking the hands over towards our right knee. Bend the right knee, sink into your left inner thigh as you lift the left toes up towards the ceiling. Hands can be at heart center, or hands can stay down on the mat. And then on your next exhale, no matter how you get there, come down to seated with the left leg extended, right knee in towards the chest. And once we come down on our exhale, crossing that right leg over the left, we inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, finding a twist to the right. And the next exhale, we're going to untwist. This time, taking that left foot, you're going to slide it back over towards your right hip. Right foot goes towards the left hip as you try to stack right knee on top of the left knee. So as we come into that cow face pose, relax your shoulders, connect back to the breath if you've lost it. And then on your next exhale, you're just going to grab a hold of that right leg, kind of lift it up so you can extend your left leg forward. On crossing here, we're sending right leg forward. On our inhale, we're going to send those fingertips up above us, really making sure that those sit bones are grounding. On your exhale, bring it bend into your knees as you fold over. On your next inhale, we're going to roll it all the way back up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center as you slide your right knee back in towards your chest. Right knee is going to release down as you bring the foot to the inner thigh. On your next inhale, spinning the belly button towards that left leg. We extend the fingertips. Exhale, hinging at the hips. We're going to fold over that left leg. Coming into our Janu Shirshasana. So relax the shoulders, beginning to notice if we're rounding our spine here, finding that neutral spine. And on your next exhale, roll it all the way back up. Right knee comes back in towards our chest. Extend it out. Inhale, reaching the fingertips up. Exhale, hands to heart center as the left knee draws in towards the chest. Left knee is going to release as we bring the left foot to the right inner thigh. Inhale, extend those fingertips up as we exhale, beginning to fold over that right leg. On your next inhale, roll it all the way back up, fingertips extend. Exhale, left leg's gonna go forward. And then from here, fingertips are gonna reach forward as we roll all the way down to our back. Once we make it down to the back, knees are gonna come in towards our chest. Take a moment here and rock from side to side. Plant our right foot down onto the mat. We're going to extend our left leg up above us, hands to the backs of the thighs, as you begin to draw and hug that left knee in towards your left leg in towards your chest. On your next exhale, we're going to send left ankle on top of the right thigh as we make a little figure four here. And on your next exhale, lifting the right foot, hands coming to the back of that right thigh as we come into our reclined pigeon, taking 2 breaths. On your next exhale, plant your right foot back down to the mat. Left leg's going to cross over the right. We're going to shift our hips over to the left as the knees begin to release to the right, coming into our supine twist. So we can take that gaze over the left shoulder if it's comfortable on the neck. Really extending our twist here. And on your next exhale, bring the head through to center. Knees are coming back up, uncrossing them here. And then from here, we're going to take that left leg extended all the way down the mat. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. On your next exhale, slide your left foot in towards your sit bone. Right leg's going to extend up above us. Hands to the back of that leg as you begin to hug it in towards the body. Exhale, we're going to take that right ankle on top of the left thigh. And then beginning to lift that left foot, hands to the backs of the left thigh as we come into reclined pigeon. And next exhale, left foot's going to plant back down as you cross that right leg all the way over your left leg. Taking the hips over towards the right, we begin to release the knees over to the left. On your next exhale, bring everything through to center. Uncross the legs. Take that right leg extended all the way down the mat as you hug your left knee in towards your chest. And then together as we take one more big inhale here. And then on your exhale, taking that left leg you extended all the way down the mat to meet the right. Allow the feet to fall away from each other as the hands rest down at your side. Relax the shoulders, maybe tucking the chin slightly down towards the chest. And you release the breath. By releasing the breath, we begin to release the practice. Relax the muscles of your face. And to really begin to allow yourself to melt into your mat as you find your shavasana. Really allowing your body to rejuvenate itself, to be reborn. And as always, we stay here as long as we need. And I
thank you always, always, always for coming to practice with me. As the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.